Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning Kristin Hildabrand is joining us, and she has brought along the beauty. Good morning,
Good
Kristin.
morning, Joanna.
Well, Kristin, tell me a little bit about what these are.
Yeah, so these are a little bit of inspiration to bring into your home. So I call these flower beauties because, flowers really do represent a lot of joy, especially for this time right now that we're in, but we're going to get out of it. But this is something that you can actually purchase from a local flower farmer. This is actually some of the things that you can find available locally. And so you are the inspiration for that. And because we were talking a couple weeks ago about local foods and what's available, so there is some local flowers that are available, and they kind of come in spurts. Like we have a spring spurt, a summer spurt, and then even a fall spurt. So there's things that you can find available, and these farmers work just as hard, doing their succession planting. And right now we're at the peak of a lot of types of bulb flowers. So I want to talk about some of them because they're so pretty.
They are, and when you think of bowls, and I think of tulips and things like that, I think of like Holland, and
Yes.
and so this is amazing that these were raised just right here in South Central Kentucky.
Yes, yeah, it's amazing to know that these flowers actually are local because, the flower markets that we generally get from most florists will come in from like other countries. So this is what you can find here local. And so a couple of the ones I want to talk about are some of the flowers that we have available on the table today for farm and home. So we have ranunculus. This one's really pretty. They call it actually the spring rose because it is just, really comes into spring, comes available in the spring, and it has a lot of different colors to it. What I really like about it though is that the petals are actually in like a double kind of form, and you can see that they actually kind of cascade around. But you can see they come in multitudes of colors. We've got pink and a little bit lighter pink in the back here, and then some yellow too. That one's really pretty. And then next to it we have some anemones. So the white ones actually come in bloom first, and then we've also got some purple ones here. But you can tell the difference around bloom, how it looks versus this really delicate, almost, kind of papery almost looking bloom. So you've got a nice variety of texture going on with those blooms. And then we also have tulips. Tulips are a lot of fun. And then we also have some daffodils as well that a lot of people generally like. And it's one of the first true blooming bulbs that we have, a flower that comes up.
Now, you mentioned buttercups. This does not look like the buttercup that I have growing in my fields, though, Kristin. But
Yes.
it's the same type of flower?
Yes, so they're just a different variety, probably. You can actually play up. They've been hybridized, so they've actually been improved for a lot of different blooms or colors. It just kind of depends on how it's been hybridized.
And it almost looks like it has a double bloom on it.
Yeah. So they're really pretty. I think the one that we have here, of course, these are a multitude from two different farms that we have that actually dropped these flowers off for us to have. They've got some different varieties. I know that there's some Ice King that was dropped from Riverbend Blooms, and then also from Starry Fields Farm. They've got some different varieties available.
And Kristin, how long, when we think about bringing these in, how long will they last in our homes?
So they generally will last probably a good 10 days. They could last a little bit longer if you go ahead and cut your stems and then also provide fresh water to them on a daily basis, because that water does get muddy over the course of the days, depending on how that water is, especially for your home, because the temperature can fluctuate depending on the outside temperature. So you can just change it, change the water and then cut the stem, so that way it'll extend out your longevity of your cut flowers.
Now, Kristin, if somebody sees this and say, "Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful," is it too late for them to plant some of their very own?
Yes, it probably would be. So we can look to the summer type blooming flowers, and we can advise them on what can be planted. So if you just want to give us a call, we can walk you through that, or you can just email us, and then we'll be glad to give you that information.
All right, Kristin. Well, thank you for bringing this to us today. And if you have questions, make sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching, and we hope you have a great day.